In this screencast of iMovie, you will learn the layout and how to add titles. When you open iMovie, you will come to this screen. Up here you have the project that you're working on. So this is where you do all of the editing. And the red bar that is in the project section is called the scrubber. The scrubber shows you where you are in your movie, and you can use the cursor to move the scrubber to the place you need to be. And wherever your scrubber is, it will show up on this screen over here. Down here you have your raw footage. They call the raw footage the events. The project is the movie that you're editing. If you prefer to have the project down here and the event up here, what you would do is swap events with this button. The projects will be down here and the events will be up here. However, this screen does not move. I'm going to swap it back. To get started, you need to add an event, which is your raw footage. So the first thing you need to do is create an event. To create a new event, you go to the File menu and click New Event. Down here, it will allow you to name the event, or you can just leave it the date that you are importing it. I think it's easier if you name your event. So I'm just going to name mine Sample, because I've just created a short screencast as a sample to show you how to edit in iMovie. So I'm done naming my event. I will click the return button, and then I have named my event. But it is still not in iMovie. We have to import it into iMovie. So do you see how this is highlighted in blue? Leave it like that, because when you import it, it will go into this event folder. Now I'm ready to import. So I go back up to the File menu and I click Import. Now we saved our QuickTime screencast as a movie, so you're going to go to your movies. If you forgot where you saved it, click on All My Files. Here is what I've recorded today, and so this is what I would like to import. So I click on it. You can see it's highlighted, and I go down to the import button and I import it. This screen will pop up, optimizing video, so you know your event is importing. And when the thumbnails of your screencast shows up down here, you know your event is in iMovie. The next step is to create a new project. Again, we'll go up to the File menu, click on it, and this time we're going to select New Project. This screen will pop up and you will name the project. I'm going to name it Sample and click Create. Right now we have the new project right here. What we need to do is select the stills we would like to move into our project. So I started my screencast and it looks like I don't want to use this footage. So I'll click Starting here. Click and keep dragging down until everything you want to import or drag into your project is yellow. See how it's outlined in yellow? So now I'm going to grab this. What you do is you hold down your mouse button and you bring it all into your project. Now I have all my stills in here. There are many things that you can do to edit your movie or screencast. You can add music, You can add photos by clicking on here. You can add titles. You can add transitions. You can even do voiceovers. And when you become more familiar with iMovie, you can add even more interesting features to your screencast. Now, my screencast, I would like to have a title in front of it, just to give the students a chance to prepare themselves for the lecture. If I don't have a picture I would like to use, I would use a title page. So for the titles, there's two ways to add text to your screencast. I will go over both ways. The first one is to add a whole still, and that's what I'm going to do first. I click on the titles, and all of my options come up here. And as you can see, when I put my cursor over it, it will let me know how the text will show up. Okay, I'm going to choose the sideways drift. So again, I click and drag, and I make sure a green bar shows up. Now, because this is going to have its own still, I can choose the background of it. I think I will go with retro. Now it's time for me to edit the still. If I like the text that's going on here, I can just type. If you'd like to change the fonts or the color or the size of the font, you would click on Show Fonts. As you can see, it gives you a few choices of what you can choose from. I'm going to choose American Typewriter, green, and size 5. When I have made all my choices, I can press Done. Now I click on the text and I type my title. If you want to see what it looks like, you can press this play button and it will show you what this section will look like. So I'm satisfied with this. I will press Done. The other way you can add text is directly on your movie still. So if you want to add emphasis to something, you can click one of these titles and then you'll put it directly on the movie still. It'll show up here. Now I don't want this title to go throughout the whole movie, so what I will do is put my cursor at the end of it and I will drag it to the section I would like it to show up. You can also do it on this side too. Again, I will move over here. Now this is hard to see because I have a white screen and my white text, so I want to change this. Again, I'll click on Show Fonts. I can change it. My title page is in American Typewriter, so I will stay with that theme. I will find a color that is easy to read and the size and click Done. Now I will go here and click my text. How to Google and then I have the subtitle text here. I'm just going to delete that. I can press play and done. So those are the two ways you can add text to your iMovie. Please watch the other iMovie screencasts available to learn how you can add music and sound effects to your screencast, edit out information, add voiceovers, how to finalize your project, and lastly, how to export it to YouTube. Thank you.